Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Matt and I'm back with Kerbal Space Program Hard Career Mode. Today is going to be a somewhat jumpy episode again, and we'll be covering quite a bit of time, I think. Because I have misjudged the amount of fuel that the AMUs need and the periapsis that they need to get their apoapsis down far enough to get back to Brennan Depot. They have been circling Kerbin for quite some time now. They are overheating a bit. I am worried that at some point their solar panels and RCS thrusters are going to burn off, but I hope that won't be soon. Another thing is Gemsi is coming back home. Now there's a little issue with her actual flight, because I somehow can't put a maneuver on... Okay, what? I can't put a maneuver on her trajectory before she hits periapsis. I don't want one, but I wanted to see when she will be in this area to set up a raw time alarm. But that's not going to happen. But as she will be at her periapsis in 28 minutes, should be back before the AMUs come around for their next re-entry. Now I wanted to see if maybe something is still left out here. No. We did collect everything? Very good. Going to do a crew report. Wait, what? We haven't done this before? Okay. That's a weird thing. Because we have this contract to transmit or recover scientific data from space around Kerbin. And we got that now. 12,000 funds. You might remember we are a bit short on funds. Currently at 256,000, but we got a contract to plant a flag on Minmus that will take a couple of in-game days, and I took several tourist contracts. As you can see. Oh, right, and we also got this one, return to Kerbin from orbit of Minmus, and rescue Burkus Kerbin from the orbit of the moon. The thing is, right present he is at West Station with Valentina and Bob and Terry. Bob and Terry have been alone at the station for about 2.5 days, which is to say 15 hours. They were getting along well, last I heard. They were still both alive when Valentina and Burkus came in. Although, you might remember that last episode let's just time warp a bit. Last episode I was wondering why the station was running out of electric charge. I found out why. I had set them to generate science. And that takes up a lot of electric charge. As soon as I turned that off, there was no problem with the with keeping the station charged up. Okay, still 14 minutes out. Have to do this by bad reckoning. And the main reason why I left Bob and Terry alone out there, as opposed to someone else, is that, yeah, they get along well. Bob is a bit interested in Terry, so to say. And apparently she's not averse to spending time with him either. So that's nice. Whoa. Okay, we are coming in a bit hot here. Mostly so we can get our apoapsis down. Holy moly! What? Let's turn on SAS and get this thing pointed retrograde. We are... still not at our periapsis. And we have brought the apoapsis down way past the moon. Oh right! CSV's pod got caught by the moon. By the moon's sphere of influence, and or by the moon's gravity, and sent out on a very elliptical orbit. I have no idea if that's still... if that will even get interplanetary. But I don't think it will. Uh-oh. Okay, those were the... what are they called? Thingies. I mean, my memory. Goo containers. Okay. Actually, we are suborbital now. Going to come up to 40 kilometers and then go back down. But whoa! Is that the decoupler that took the heat? Okay, that can be jettisoned. Cool. Didn't know that. Yeah, I was considering doing an actual Kerbin landing, but since we are pretty much on the dark side, I think we will just drop this thing and do the rest with our parachute. As soon as the tumbling stops. Tumbling in. Okay, that looks nicer. We're still fast enough to get the plasma. It's interesting. Well, okay, we are still pretty high. But slowing down more and more. Hopefully fast enough so we can get a safe landing. Always a weird thing that the debris always gets slowed down that much faster than the capsule. Where's the moon? Yeah, now we're hitting the denser atmosphere and our speed is really falling. We're just falling. Plasma, simply supersonic, and even that is taken care of. We're already at risky, safe speeds. So let's just open the parachute because I don't know. Oh, we are coming down over the water. I wasn't sure if maybe we are coming down in the mountains, but we aren't. Gamzee is panicking a bit. Okay, those were 7G. Got the G-force over here. But they can take it. And there we are at 200 meters at a safe landing speed. That's why the parachute opens at 1 kilometer. It needs that much distance pretty much to slow down the craft. Which is why the Lawn Dart crashed in one of the last episodes. Well, I think it was before episode 20 or so. And we're coming down. Flash. We got 300 science from this flight alone. 344. Well, okay, lesser flats. Observations while in space near Minmus. Surface of Minmus. Oh yeah, recovery of a vessel returned from the surface of Minmus. Temperature scan, space near Minmus. Parts. We got 2000 funds back. And Gamzee Kerman advanced to level 2. Which is nice. And of course we got a contract. Return to Kerbin from the orbit of Minmus. Our engineers are already repurposing parts of the vessel from Minmus for other missions. Good work. Well, there weren't many parts. 5 science, 76,000 funds. Great. Oh, and I googled and found out that when there's a mission to build new outposts or new stations, you have to build them from scratch. That means the station that I had earlier, or that I had last episode, for 5 Kerbals I would have had to bring 2 hitchhiker containers, or a hitchhiker container and a Mark 1 command pod to orbit, and I could have docked it to Brennan Depot, but it wouldn't have given me anything useful. There is an upcoming update 1.05, where they apparently reworked the contract system, and it takes into account stations you have in orbit, and it should give you the option to upgrade them. So we will see how that goes once it's here. And so I declined those station building contracts, and I picked 2 tourist contracts because they want to go to the moon and to Minmus, and I thought, well, why not? Natasine wants to land on Minmus and orbit the moon. That's okay. Theomore wants to pretty much land on the moon. Well, doesn't want a landing, but suborbital space flights do tend to lead to landings. Erisi wants to land on Minmus and orbit around the moon. Everybody wants to go to the moon as well. But we got 2 Kerbals who want to go to Minmus at least. Another one landing on the moon and a flyby of Minmus. This one is just a moon landing for Hayat. Nuri also wants to go to the moon. So we got 3 who have to go to Minmus, and the other 3 and some of the first 3 no, I think everybody wants to go to the moon. Maybe not land on it, but they want to orbit. Yeah, everybody wants to go to the moon, and 3 additionally want to land on Minmus. And that's one of the things we're going to do today, once I got the AMUs back to the station. Another thing is a lot of rescue contracts. I am considering doing them, because that would give me more Kerbals. The problem is that... What's the satellite? The problem is that our... There it is. No, that's not what I wanted. Astronaut complex can't support more than 12 Kerbals. And we can't exactly upgrade it now. Because we are a bit short on funds. So that's that. Okay, right, I wanted to upgrade to research some flight stuff as well. Because the thing is, you might remember the Space Taxi Mark 1 from last episode, and it's a nice plane pretty much, but it doesn't get, or it can't get to orbit on its own. And that's something I want to do. I want to build a plane that can launch from the runway and get to orbit, dock at the station and get back down. But as I said, that isn't doable yet. Now I could upgrade the Or I could buy new parts that might enable me to get there. The problem is high altitude flight. Okay, that would give me the JX4 Whiplash, better engine, and then maybe I would could get to get to the Aerospike, but I don't think that's going to happen soon. At some point I'm going to need the Rapier or at least the Aerospike for getting a plane that can go to orbit on its own. But I think the Whiplash would be a good start, because our current engine, the Weasley, isn't going to works best at low cruising speeds and altitudes. The thing is, to get to orbit you need both a high altitude and a high speed. So that's what the Whiplash is for, or is better at. A highly advanced turbine engine using space-grade materials for very high performance. This new model features the latest in thrust vectoring and compression technology and is designed to operate best at higher altitudes and speeds. The advanced turbo ramjet design bleeds air around the compressor at high... yeah, okay, that's technical stuff. Engineers from C7 Aerospace assured us that all those leaks are intentional. Great. Yeah, max thrust 753 at Mach 3, while the Weasley is best at is max thrust 135 at Mach 1.7. So I think I'm going to take supersonic flight. Okay, rocket fuel fuselage. And liquid fuel fuselage. Okay. Oh, and it would give us a new intake. Okay. And an engine as well, which means we could add our engines, or make our engines look more like engines, add them underneath the wings and stuff like that. This one already has a little air intake as well, so that's nice. Anyway, I think we are going to research this part. And what else do we need from this? I think we are going to grab the new cockpit, because that will enable us to build better planes, I hope. A cargo bay. And that's a bit of a problem with the current tech tree. It says here it's the longer version of the shorter cargo bay. Some ask us just how long is it? It's exactly double the length of the other one. The problem with that is that the short cargo bay is actually unlocked later. Or no, wait, it's unlocked. It's unlocked here, that's why. That's why, I was wondering. This would be the Mark II crew cabin. That would also be a nice idea. Maybe. But yeah, we are going to need this one, I think. I'm not sure about the other ones. I think I'll take the Ram air intake. And then we'll leave it at that for now. Or no, wait. I will get there eventually. But we're going to take this one as well. Grab that bicoupler. We can take this and yeah, everything else we are going to leave, I think, for the time being. Maybe we can grab the crew cabin as well later. Then I could take this, the Mark II Clampertron. The thing is, I think it's bigger than the docking ports we currently have at the station. I'll have to look it up. I like the idea of putting in a bigger docking port. The problem is I don't know... Oh, that would also be nice at some point. Can't do everything right away. The thing is, I'm looking for... That's not it. This. This could be the Clampertron. The one we would need to dock with the... with this one. Yeah, it's the it's the same. It's the size of this docking port, and we don't have that at the station yet. We would have to unlock advanced construction, which might also be nice because it would enable us to build bigger boosters. When in doubt, add a bigger booster. But we are currently a bit short on funds, so I think I'll leave that for now. We are going to need a lot more science anyways to get the Whiplash engine. But yeah, this would already be a way to upgrade the... How many Kerbals can that take to upgrade our space plane? Alright, I wanted to add the engine as well, because I think I'll have to rework the whole space plane. Okay, that's it. Space taxi. The reason being that right now it looks like this, and Mark II cockpit pretty much looks like this. It means we will have to add the docking port somewhere on the side of the plane, but I think that's okay. This design with this cockpit should improve our aerodynamics. It should make it easier to add the wheels. As you can see, the whole thing, the whole cockpit or the Mark II part is twice as wide as one of the Mark I fuel tanks, which means that we can actually pretty much add the... There we are. Add the... Can we add it in the back? Oh, we can. Just add the wheels No. Here. Right here. Which means that we don't have to put them on the engines. They are easier used there. We can add a bicoupler like this, and then we can put engines on that. Wait, what's this? Oh, contains both liquid fuel and oxidizer, which is good. Because then we can add just add two, you know, LV909s carriers, and of course add. Where is it? Is it under aerodynamics? Okay, that's a bit weird. Add engine nacelles to the side, pretty much, or just go the X-wing way. Just add them on top and on the bottom. That would also work. Actually, I think that's the wrong way around. Like this? No. Huh. Not so sure which way is which. Right here. Let's do it like this and add just a proof of concept, pretty much. Add a normal engine and a... where was it? In aerodynamics again. Add a ram air intake like this, and that should actually enable us to do some more interesting stuff with the with the planes. Of course, while we still only have the wheelsy, we can also add a circular intake. But I think that's mostly a design question, optical, what's it called? You know what I mean. A visual question. But yeah, that's okay. Yeah, we got too many parts on this plane. Yeah, another thing is right now I have two Mark 1 inline cockpits in this plane. With 1.5 there should also be a new part, Mark 1 crew cabin, which is pretty much yeah, a crew cabin with the diameter of a Mark 1 tank that can hold two Kerbals. But as I said, that's with 1.05, and we don't have that yet. So right now I think I will just upgrade the space taxi, and I'll see you when I'm done with that. Actually, I will upgrade the space taxi and see about getting the AMUs to Brennan Depot, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I came up with this plane, and while it is pretty much workable as a plane, it doesn't exactly get to orbit by itself. I had tried using the LV-T45, however that led to plane becoming very unstable, especially when it was out of fuel. It ended up pretty much it didn't get to orbit either, of course, because those engines just don't develop enough thrust. And to add to the problems, when when it was out of fuel, the center of lift was ahead of the center of mass, and as soon as I got back into the denser atmosphere, that meant the plane started spinning out of control every which way. I did manage to get it horizontal again, because I had a little fuel left in the engine nacelles, and I could straighten it out of the Weasleys. That worked, but I was still over the water, and I'm not sure how much of the plane survived. The cockpit survived, and I think pretty much the whole center line survived, and the left wing, most of it. The right wing was gone, the tail fins oh right, I noticed that when I was trying to launch earlier. The right wing was gone, the right engine was gone, I think. Was that still there? But the wing was gone. The tail fins survived, but that was about it. I've tried a couple other different things as well. None of them went anywhere near well. Which leads us to the current situation. We are at 143,000 funds, which is not a lot. So yeah, that's where I thought I better stop playing around. Or stop messing around, rather. I did get the AMUs to Brennan Depot. There are 2 ARVs up there as well, although one is empty. I was considering sending another one up, but both AMUs are filled up, and ARVs cost 51,000 funds to launch, and as I said, we have a little problem with our funds currently. So we are going to launch something that's more expensive. The Space Taxi Mark 1. And I will take Jebediah and the pilot seat, and crap, I need to check again. Who do we take to Minmus? We take... Suborbital on Moon, no. Suborbital on Minmus, land on Minmus, Natasine. And Arisi. Jeb is our pilot, Natasine is tourist number 1. Let's try launching this thing. Okay, I did put in another pair of boosters, which is why it's a bit more expensive, but I thought that should be getting us into orbit. Right, I wanted to check what the IVA view looks like. Okay, that's pretty nice. What was the other key? Was it C? No, it wasn't C. V! That's the view of our tourist. That's what it was. Okay, let's try. Right, I was just about to adjust my course, but I remembered just in time that this is not a good idea right now. Jet is happy, Metacine is panicking. Alright. Far. Oh, I'm going way too fast. Time to throttle back. Mach 1 in the lower atmosphere. That's not exactly what we want to do. Oh. Next boosters, at least I got enough boosters. Set Brand Depot as our target. Okay, that didn't work. Good thing I grabbed those boosters, I suppose. Okay, that should do it. That should work now. Okay. 34 kilometers already. Oh. Bit high by ways of an apoapsis, but that's alright. Go ahead and look at Kerbin. If you don't like space. Perhaps this is still climbing. It's not what I want. I want it further down. Yeah, that's more like it. Actually wanted somewhere around 80 kilometers if I can take it there, but now we are at 90 already, so not gonna happen. So we'll just have to see about getting our periapsis a bit lower. And that was it for the orbital stage. Not exactly in orbit, but that's okay. We should be able to get there. I mean, sure, the LV909 isn't that strong, but we got plenty of fuel. Might even end up putting what's left of the main fuel tanks into the depot, if there is anything left. Of course. Right now, doesn't look like it. It would be a neat thing to happen, because then we would... okay. We would be saving a couple of funds. Not many, but every little bit helps, as they say. Oops. Then again, with what we are currently doing, I don't think that's going to happen. Finally, we're getting somewhere. Did we just hit atmosphere again? Oh, crumbs. Okay. Okay, this is not exactly what I wanted to do, but that's okay. At least we are almost orbital. Okay, add maneuver. Now, where will I have to burn? Okay, 109 might be a bit too much. Oh, I'll have to burn pretty late, it seems. Somewhere around here. Close to our... I could possibly burn at the ascending node. Really need to fix that orbit at some point. Oops, that was too much. Okay. Would that work? No, it wouldn't. Damn. Oops, that wasn't what I wanted to happen. The problem with so many things in low Kerbin orbit. Space! We're back in space! Let's see, apoapsis 102. Yeah, okay, that's pretty much it. 3.2 clicks, 1.8, 7.4. Yeah, we can do that. We can do it. Minutes, and of course it's going to be a burn in the dark. That's alright. Fine with me. Turn this thing around. I'm turning this thing around and going back home. 27 meters per second. Well, at least the plane is pretty bright. No, actually it isn't. Ah! But I switched the key bindings. Now we've got some lights. Could have done that with RCS, but whatever. Okay, yeah, 0.5 clicks, that's alright. I just have to make sure I don't miss it. I could have... oh well. I could have adjusted the ascending descending node, but we can also do it right here. No, wrong side. There we are. Like this. Now we just need to find the depot. There it is. Minus 0.7. Ooh, that means we are approaching from pretty much above it. Hehehehe. I like that. Because I wanted to dock one of the space planes on top and the other on the bottom. And if we are approaching from that side anyways, that simplifies things. Didn't you think? Say? Whatever. Agree! That's what I meant. Everybody agree with me if you know what's good for you. Okay, let's... I want to do the rest with RCS. Because we are currently very close. 37 meters. Okay. Oops. Okay, those lights are really strong, it seems. Maybe I should turn them off. They're also eating quite a bit of battery. Ah! Because I only have 2 solar panels and they are currently in the shadow. Okay, like this. Now RCS. Okay, last 2 meters. Pretty much. Could be less actually. Because they might be measuring... There we are! They might be measuring from the crew capsule to the Octo. Okay, how do we look on fuel? Very weak. But I think I will just save up half a tank of gas, pretty much, and put everything else into the station, because half a tank should be more than sufficient to get this thing back to Kerbin. Okay, this one is full, this one is full, this... Oh, that's the AMUs, of course they are full. This isn't full. So... in with everything. Heh. Okay, that's... Oops, no, wrong direction. Out. Okay, now this goes in here. So the plane is balanced. Now, for the fun part. Okay. We wanted... no. Metacene. Now I have to remember which craft is which. This is the dodgy one, that's the AMU, that's AMU 116. So we send Metacene here. We send Jeb here as well. Bill gets transferred here. And Melanie has to go on EVA. Because she will have to grab all the data and see about boarding. No. Okay. See about not Chase. Chase is the correct camera. Okay, I accidentally hit V. Switching my camera around. That's not what you want to do when you are on EVA. Okay, there we are. Everybody's back aboard. And we are somewhere where I didn't want to be right now. I think we'll undock when we are around here. and see about getting back to the KSC. And you may be wondering why I haven't sent the AMU with Jeb and Netazine? Yeah, Netazine, I think. Off towards Minmus or towards the stations that will go to Minmus, but they are still waiting for more passengers. I want as many Kerbals as possible on that first Minmus mission. As many as I can get. Okay, now undock. Turn the station around a bit. It's easier to handle this thing with 4 AMUs or with 4 vessels attached around the bottom. Okay, this one a bit. Okay. Now all the fuel is in this fuel tank. Let's hope that doesn't do anything bad to the stability. Let's hope we got enough fuel to get out of orbit, but I think we do. Oops. Maybe I should turn on SAS. Yeah. Definitely coming down. Don't know where yet, but we are coming down. Okay, that should do it. This way we are aiming to overshoot the KSC, but I think we can turn around and come in from the sea pretty much. Let's shut down this engine. And see about coming back in. Actually, we are overshooting by quite a bit, it seems. Because that's already the continent the KSC is on. Oh well. We'll see where we end up. That's the mountain range west of the KSC. I really hope I don't mess this landing up. Oh, we're already in the atmosphere. Right. Course still accelerating, but whatever. Ooh, the KSC is over there. Or is it? Is that it? No, actually, we should be going right over it. Then it should be there, or this? This general area. Yeah, I think it's the stuff that's flickering over there. Oh right, that's just some beach. Life's a beach. Now do we look on fuel? Okay, there we are. With the re-entry effects. We could try landing at that island airfield. That would be fun. Yeah, definitely overshooting. I think next time I will have to... Something's heating up here. Something I wish wouldn't heat up. Oh no, that's just the RCS thrusters. They can heat up. They are needed right now. Okay. Uh-oh. This may have been a bad idea. HMS bad idea. Look. Oh, crumbs. I'm not even sure we will be coming back to the KSC. Because this is some... Ooh, this is the Octo that's heating up. Why are we using so much electric charge and why aren't we gaining any? Oh, because we're on the... No. Where's the sun? Ah, the sun is behind us. Oh well, we've got 2 battery packs until they burn off. Yeah, I think I'll just land on that landmass over there and actually overshoot it as well. That's a problem with space planes. You can never be too sure where you're gonna land. I think with the next tries I will actually start my slow down burn on the opposite side of Kerbin, and that should get me to the KSC. That's how you learn. Okay, everything is getting a bit hot, but I think we are safe from any crashes. Bill and Melanie are pretty happy. You must like the light shows. All those plasma streamers around. Yeah, cool. Oh man. Actually, can we turn? Yeah, we can. Not very well. And it does seem to tend to spin us out, but we can turn a bit. The atmosphere is already thick enough for it. And we are slow enough. Because if we can actually turn, I think I would like to try, well, at least aiming for the for land again, which is something that's not happening right now. Okay, how do we look on our charge? Ooh! We're already getting air in our intakes. That's cool. Still supersonic. Of course. Whoops, Zala. Not good. Not good. Just lost control. There we are. Okay. We are pointed north, pretty much. Okay, with all this turning, I think our engines aren't activating, it seems. Don't want to activate the parachutes. Okay, no. Those were the engines. Good. Let's just see about accelerating in a generally westward direction. Gain electric charge too. Not so sure about the kind of land we got down there. If you can't see it, don't worry, neither can I. Oh wait, is that the kind of thing you were worried about? You know, that's something that really bugs me. That the gears are... or that you always launch with activated gears. Even when all your gears are raised. Which is usually the case when you are in, when you launch something you built in the VAB. Oh well. Maybe they'll change it somewhere. Maybe they won't. Probably won't. I think I want some lights just in case. At least we are full on electric charge again. Can I? No, I can't. That would be nice if you could deactivate probe cores. In cases like this, when you've got a craft that should be out it would deactivate SAS because I don't have a pilot. But yeah, when you've got a craft that can be piloted and can also run on the probe core, it would be nice if you could deactivate the probe core when it isn't needed. The way it's going, it will deactivate when it runs out of power, which will also kill our lights. So let's just give it a bit more throttle. Now I know I'm accelerating toward the ground, but I'm doing so slowly. And my main goal is I want to get to the ground, as in I want to land. Maybe I should have emptied one of the cockpits of monopropellant. Oh. Already see stuff on the ground happening. Whoops. Just caught that one a bit oddly. Landing gear out. Bleed off excess speed. Of more speed. (70) is possibly a bit fast. Okay, that was not exactly what I planned. Okay, there we are. Brakes on. Landed. Didn't mess up the landing after all. Woo. Recovery. 103,000. Ooh, 400 science. Okay, very good. 17,000 funds back. That's why I built a plane. Of course, I've sent those 17,000 funds up as well. So Bill and Melanie got 5 XP each. Great. Okay, so with all that science, let's see what we can get here. Maybe 300! Yes! 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 We can get... oh, we can get a lot of things. The turbo ramjet whiplash. We can get more delta wings, we can get more wing connectors, we can get a structural intake. Not sure about that yet, but we will research that and we will grab the whiplash. This really doesn't do wonders for our funds. I think I will see about orbit around Kerbin. No. I think I will see about getting some funds off camera. Can't do rescue missions. Maybe I'll do a satellite contract or 3. Get some funds off camera. But what I do want to do before that is check this out once more. Because now we can remove these and put these in. We can. And of course, since they are turbo ramjet engines, we are also exchanging the intakes for, where were they? There, ram air intakes. Okay, what does this do to our center of mass and center of lift? That's okay. And that's how I check what the sensors look like with empty fuel tanks. And as you can see, the center of lift is still behind the center of mass a little bit. Actually better than when I had the wheelsy, I think. Great. So that's awesome. And with that, we should be able to get to 20 kilometers on the whiplash altitude, that is, and then use the Terriers. But that's something I will check in. I may even check it in sandbox mode. Anyway, I'll check that off camera after all. I do need to make sure I got the staging set up right, okay. I would like to have a probe core in here as well, but there is no room. Or, actually there is room, but I don't have a probe core that would fit in nicely. Because all my probe cores are either the Sputnik that needs to be attached top somewhere, or the probodines that will get inserted in between. So I think crew capacity 2, okay. I was just thinking that maybe I could also grab where was it? Grab a crew cabin, I think. Was it here? No, I think... No, it was here! There, Mark II crew cabin. No, I don't want to research that, but that would cost 12,000 funds. Because then I could get 4 Kerbals to the space station at once. Which is nothing to be sneezed at. Advanced construction. Oh well. Okay, but that's stuff I'm gonna think about off camera. For now, we've got our first space station resupply with a space plane, and to play around with some space planes. Next episode we will finally get our crew to Minmus. Until then I should have everybody at the station. I might do some moon missions as well. I think I will do some moon missions with Bob, Terry, Melanie, no, not Melanie. Who's up there? Valentina and Burkus. And yeah, and probably get 2 of them back. Probably Bob and Terry, they have been there the longest. And then maybe I'll even get some moon tourists up to Brennan Depot as well. We'll see. Anyway, that's it for today's episode with space planes, at least planning for space planes. Until next time, thank you and good night.